What's up, guys? Greenchili here, and today we're going to do a World of Warcraft Transmog showcase. As your host, Greenchili, we'll make some unique Transmog sets and show you guys how to get them and what you guys think about getting yourself one of these cool looking Transmog sets that I was able to make. I only use a two pieces limit from pure set and make a cool looking set in the whole. So today I'm going to show you one set for this video, and because you know that this class race combination we're doing is the Dwarf Shaman. Yes, Shaman, but for dwarves. So if you're a dwarf, get your bug and start ready to get some Transmog list to get ready for. Because look at this set, the Wildhammer Flightmaster. I know a lot of people want to go for Wildhammer, and I do too, but what else can be more Wildhammer is making a Wildhammer set yourself, and this Wildhammer set is the Flightmaster, because the Flightmasters tend to have goggles. So it makes a lot of sense why I chose those goggles. So you might be wondering how to get this set. So in this video we'll do just that. So the first set right here, these goggles are called the Steam Worker goggles, which can be dropped from 25 man normal. And that's going to be the Uldar. So yeah, you have to do this on Uldar on 25 man Leviathan, which he actually drops the goggles for you, just like that. In order to get the goggles, it has a you just basically go through the trash mobs, but all you do is just really kill the last trash that's near the door and then start the fight. Although you do have to kill the ads because they might stun you, but it's not a big deal really. Just kill all of them, and also your vehicle is Skelter Gear, so you can essentially just one-shot them all if you can. Or just if you're a rogue, not a rogue, like if you're like a hunter, you can just feign death, really easy. So what you gotta do is just go through with the vehicle. I recommend the tank because it's just more destructive and it does more damage. And I think it's like the horde tank. Of course, in order to like find the raid, all you have to do is actually go to Northrend from Dalaran, which is like located right here. Fly all the way to Storm Peaks to Uldar here. Of course, you do need flying because it's actually above a bridge to a building, and the drop rate is 15%. So it's pretty decent compared to most raid items on this list. However, another item is also a little higher, but it's from an older raid. It's actually the shoulder pads, which you might have noticed that these shoulder pads, which I'll show you real quick. These ones look pretty cool. It's obviously what is it? I forgot what it's called. It's from the I think it's like something Sky Shatter set. Yeah, it's from the Sky Shatter set, but it's gold. I mean, who doesn't like gold? Especially Wildhammer's all yellow, so why not? To get this shoulder pads, you actually have to go to Black Temple, which can be located in Outlands, not Draenor, Outlands. Go to Shaman Valley, find the entrance on the right side of the entrance to the gate, where you find a crack and you can go inside. And that's where you actually come across some bosses that are in the way. At least the boss that you had to defeat is High Warlord Nachentus, or whatever her name is, Supremus, and then just skip to Recolious Souls. Of course, you gotta skip some ads, but they're not that bad, really. And then once you kill all the bosses until the Essence of Anger, you are guaranteed to drop these shoulder pads. And they look pretty damn cool. I mean, who doesn't like the Sky Shatter set? It's cool, right? Of course, getting this shoulder pad is 60% drop. So, 60%. 1 point higher than the helmet. So, just gotta grind it out, and it could be a little grindy if you have just one Melwearer. Obviously, you're a Shaman, but if you have a little bit extra tunes that are Melwearers too, like a Hunter, it gets easier and easier. Again, you're just gonna get lucky. Another piece that you might be noticing from the chest and pants, which is actually from a Hunter set. Now, the first chest piece we actually want to show you is actually called the Chain Armor of Imminent Domain, which is actually from a quest It's from a quest like called a the right tool for the job, which is from the Jade Forest. Of course, you can get from Ice Howl from 25 men normal and heroic with 8% chance of dropping it. You can also make it from leatherworking 450, but it's pretty expensive, and if you want to buy it from the auction house, it's almost 13k gold. Pretty expensive. It's not 13k, it's actually 12k, but it costs 13,900. Hence why I said almost 13, because it's almost 13. It's like 900, just one more hundred, and it's like 13,000 gold. Pretty expensive. Like not just the auction house, the mats, but and also you might be thinking like, how come you don't? Well, why don't you buy it from the vendor? Well, that's if you're a hunter, and it's hunter only. So that means if you want this chest piece for your shaman, those are the only ways you can do it. Speaking of that, pants are all the same thing too. You can't really get it from the vendor, and also the pants, which is interesting because I look up Wildhead. Apparently, the quest that has the pants and the chest, at least for the pants, is missing, and apparently Wildhead considered, and even WoW Wiki consider this to be obsolete. The quest for it to drop, which is very weird if you ask me, because I got it, but why is it obsolete? I don't know. That is really weird. But besides the quest that I couldn't find, this one can be dropped from Anub'arak on normal 25 heroic, and this 25 normal heroic and 25 men, right? But the drop rate is actually a little different than the chest piece, because if you did on 25 men, it's a 9% drop rate. If it's heroic, it increases a little bit, like one more point. So it's like 10% drop rate. A little bit low, but it's still a good chance of dropping it. In fact, it took me a couple of runs to actually get this pants. When I actually did it on trying to get some battle pets. So it takes a while, but you'll get it eventually. It's pretty cool looking pants on the chest. It's very blue and gold. That kind of matches with the whole set. And speaking of gold, look at these gloves. Look pretty cool, huh? They're called the Benefactor's Gauntlets. There's actually 3 bosses that drop them. So, you got Gloof and Anub'arak. Not Anub'arak. Anub'arak. Oh yeah, did I forget to mention where the Trial of Crusader? Well, that's actually located in Ice Crown. See this flight path? That's where the raid's at. You just gotta go from this point. All you do is just move from over here, and you'll get the entrance. So, I'm just making sure. And also, the Jade Forest is obviously from Pandaria, so make sure you do some quests as Alliance player or Horde, and then you just log into your Dwarf Shaman and you get the automatically. I don't know, it's kind of weird. It's just not. It's considered obsolete from that pants. That is very weird. Anyways, Naxxramas obviously is located in Dragon Blight. That's where you get the gloves at, which is a Wrath of the King boss. And did I mention Burning Crusade? Oh yeah, I did. Okay, I already told you guys the location, I guess. Now, if you go to the Trial Crusader, obviously this is Ice Howl that drops the thing you're looking for. Or what's Ice? Oh, it's Anub'arak. Yeah, pants. Yeah, Ice Howl. Well, I'll tell you more about later. But yeah, the chest piece also dropped from there. That's what I'm trying to say. I think that's the chest piece. That could be wrong. Whatever. Let's move on. I'm not gonna edit it. So Naxxramas, the Anub'arak has a chance of dropping these gloves, and the percent chance for these Anub'arak is 21%. Another boss that could drop them is Gloof. Same difficulty, same tier, and the drop rate is, well, very shitty. Despite its chance of dropping it, it's pretty shitty. It's about 1.2%. Another boss that actually is slightly better than Anub'arak is actually, pretty funny enough, Dadius, boss after Gloof, which he has a chance of dropping these gloves. And the chance of dropping it is about 22%. Another boss that has a similar drop rate as, has the same drop rate as Anub'arak recon, but at a different rate, is from the Ruby Sanctum. And the Ruby Sanctum, this boss would actually drop the gloves, although it has to be on a see, normal. Yeah, doesn't show. Is it Ruby Sanctum? No, it's not. Not darn. Well, I think it's on. Yeah, there we go. That's the raid. Yeah, that's where it drops off. Pretty cool. And what the heck? Why is it there again? Oh well. Yeah, I might have messed up something, but let's be honest. Nailed it. Anyways, next onward is gonna be the Green Horde's foot guards. You might be noticing that the boots look pretty cool looking, and it matches with the whole kind of aesthetic, and also kind of looks like something that you wear, you know, like in the military, or perhaps like just a Wildhammer wear for casual wear that's not feathers. Well, if you do a random BGs, you have a chance of dropping it. Of course, all you have to do is just do a random battleground. You have to be level 15 in order to do it. Once you do that, just win one battleground, and you have a chance to drop in the boots. And the boots are pretty random, along with the random medallions, so definitely do need to get them soon. So yeah, that's when you can get these items. So now let's talk about the weapons. The mace, to be honest, originally the mace I was gonna show you guys was gonna be, let's see, this mace. But the problem is that this item is long in the game, and for some reason Blizzard added the wardrobe despite it's no longer obtainable. Very weird. That's why I chose this mace, which there's actually 2 bosses that can drop them as a random drop. It's a world drop, but 2 bosses can guarantee to drop it slightly. One is from Burning Steppes. Once you go to either Molten Core or Blackwing's Lair, if you kill the last boss in Classic, the variant has a chance of dropping the hammer. It's not on a loot table because it's a world drop, and the chance of me dropping it is actually pretty much 4%. But for me, it dropped quite a bit. But sometimes it doesn't drop at all, so that's where the 4% comes in. But it's better than Ragnaros, which for Ragnaros, despite being pretty epic, but just like his Ice Sulfurous, or at least not that rare. Yeah, it's not as rare as Ice Sulfurous, but it's very rare too. But not too rare, just a 2% drop. Again, it's slightly rarer and it's just not. I mean, I don't really see it that much drop here. And to be honest, when I do Blackwing Lair, it drops more often here as opposed to Ragnaros. I mean, I see it drop 2 times for Ragnaros, while here I dropped it like 5 times tops. So again, it really depends on your luck. Maybe I just got lucky, I don't know. And the auction house is pretty cheap for 300 gold, so I'm guessing if you do it constantly over and over, and the fact it's soloable, its rarity is not that special. But it's a cool hammer, and plus you can get it as an heirloom weapon if you can afford 500 gold. Currently I'm not gonna buy it yet, but you can tell they have a weapon that's inspired by it, see? But for me, I just got the random world drop and got that appearance from there. Again, pretty cool weapon. You can get it from the heirloom vendor too for 500 gold. But if you don't want to spend it, you can just get it from just soloing it. And all you have to do is just be level 64 to solo Ragnaros, and be level 70 to be safe to solo Nefarian. Why? Because there's 2 bosses that actually are very deadly. One is Anub'arak and Chromagus. Chromagus will actually put debuffs on you. And if you're not a healer or a person that can cleanse themselves, he could turn into a minion and reset the fight. Very annoying. Anub'arak has an ability where he casts a debuff on you, so whenever damage he does to you, he heals himself for a lot. Hence why I said level 70 to be safe. It reduced the hit chance. Ragnaros, he's very basic. He does knock you back, but pretty easy to recover, and he doesn't do much crazy damage, and when you're 64 you have better gear, so it makes sense the gear he drops is pretty outdated. So Just keep in mind for that when you do solo it as a level 64. The next one, which I actually did show a little tease of it, which is actually from Wrath Lich King, which is actually the Trial of Crusader. Ice Howl has a chance of dropping this pretty awesome shield, but it's not on 10 men. It's actually on 25 men. Oh, not 25 men? Let me see. I guess that dropped. However, luckily I was able to actually look it up from my little script because I actually ignored that part. Sorry for me. You can actually get from the same quest line as the Jade Forest. Just how you got the chest piece and I'm guessing the pants if it's still there. You go to the Jade Forest and actually get the shield. I was kind of hoping you could drop from the raid 2, but I guess I was wrong. Good thing I'm wrong because I didn't put a list. I thought I forgot, so whatever. So yeah, this is where you get this cool, awesome Wildhammer. Sorry if I'm kind of like miss some information out. But to be honest, I still nailed it on bringing out the information while messing it up and forgetting completely. So, thank you guys for watching. Be sure to like, subscribe on this channel. It means a lot. And look at that mustache. You cannot say that's awesome at all. That screams dwarf fashion, man. And this set, fuck yeah. And you might be thinking that I only play male dwarf. Ironically, I don't even play a male dwarf. I play a female dwarf. Obviously not this character, this is on my trial count, so... Why trial count? Well, I'm an alcoholic. I can't make no more characters because I have too many. Unless they increase in Belfast, Rolf. Until then, this is all you can get. Have fun.